Chosen one, listen carefully. Heaven has interrupted your timeline to tell you this. You are not here by coincidence. Every second of your life has been a preparation for this very moment. You were never meant to blend in. You are marked, set apart. And heaven is now demanding that you rise to your true identity. This is why everything has been shaking. This is why people have walked away. This is why the ground beneath you has felt unstable, because the old version of you cannot walk into the new dimension God has prepared. You sense it already, don't you? The pull in your spirit, the undeniable weight in your chest, the whisper in the silence of your nights. You have been chosen, and chosen ones never walk the easy path. Others may be comfortable with mediocrity, but you cannot be. You were designed to disturb darkness, to carry light that exposes every shadow. The fact that you are even hearing this message right now is proof. This is divine interruption. You've been misunderstood. You've been rejected. People have labeled you as too much, too intense, too different. But you must hear me. Those very differences are evidence that you are not like the rest. God has hidden a crown on your head, even when you felt crushed. What was crushing you was actually shaping you. Every tear, every lonely night, every unanswered question was not wasted. It was all forging the unrecognizable version of you that is about to emerge. Scripture says in the Gospel of John, chapter 15, verse 16, "You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you so that you might go and bear fruit, fruit that will last." Those words are not history. They are your present reality. You are chosen, appointed, and now heaven demands that you bear fruit that cannot be destroyed by storms, time, or betrayal. Do you feel the urgency? Heaven is at the edge of your destiny, waiting for you to step forward. The old you is fading. The timid you is dying. The fearful you is being buried. In its place, a bold, fearless, radiant version is rising. You will not even recognize yourself when God's hand is finished. The one who doubted will become a voice of faith. The one who hid will become a torchbearer for generations. The one who thought they were forgotten will become unforgettable. And yet, this transformation requires your agreement. You cannot keep running. You cannot keep delaying. There is no coincidence here. Mercy has paused. Time to reach you. You are standing at the edge of a cliff, and on the other side is the life you were always meant to live. Take the leap. Accept the crown. Refuse to go back. Chosen one. Your future self will shock you. Your enemies won't understand you. Even your past self would not recognize the person you are becoming. That is the beauty of divine transformation. It takes what is broken and builds what is eternal. Now, if this word is resonating in the deepest part of you, don't stay silent. Declare it. Break the agreement with fear and step into faith. Like this message, share it with another soul who needs it. And subscribe, so you remain connected to this flow of prophetic truth. And as a prophetic act, comment the number 777 below, heaven's symbol of divine completion, because your old season is ending and a perfect new one is being born. Chosen one, you have carried wounds that others cannot see, scars that smile could not hide, and nights that seemed endless because your soul was breaking under weight unseen by the world. You have wondered, why me? Why must I be the one who suffers so deeply? But hear this, your pain was never punishment. It was preparation. Every broken piece of you has been crafted into a weapon of light, a vessel of strength, a testimony that no darkness can silence. You see, those who are chosen are often crushed. Clay must be pressed before it can hold water. Gold must be tested by fire before it shines. And you, beloved, have been through fires not meant to destroy you, but to refine you. The very wounds that once embarrassed you will soon become the very evidence of God's glory upon your life. You have walked valleys that others avoided, and in those valleys, heaven was shaping your voice. It was not the rejection that ended you. It was the rejection that introduced you to resilience. It was not the heartbreak that finished you. It was the heartbreak that uncovered a deeper river inside you. Those nights of tears, they watered the soil where your destiny is now sprouting. The silence of God that once felt unbearable, it was the silence of a teacher watching you pass a test you did not know you were taking. We are reminded through the writings of David in the Psalms. Chapter 34, Verse 18. The Lord is close to the broken-hearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Let that truth sink deep. You were never abandoned in your breaking. Heaven was closest to you when you felt most shattered. Your story is about to turn, and what once felt like loss will soon look like strategy. God has been hiding strength inside the very parts of you that felt weakest. You will stand in front of others one day, and they will marvel at your composure, your wisdom, your resilience. They will ask, "How did you survive that storm? How are you still standing after all you've endured?" And you will smile, because you will know it was never your strength, but God's hand on your brokenness that carried you through. Chosen one, do not despise your scars. They are proof of survival. They are proof that hell could not keep you down. They are proof that every demon that tried to destroy you failed. These scars are sacred. They are your authority. When you speak, others will feel truth, because your voice carries the echo of valleys. When you encourage, others will listen, because you know what despair feels like. When you walk into rooms, darkness will tremble, because it sees someone who was crushed but not consumed. Even now, the Spirit is whispering, what once was a wound will become a weapon. The rejection you faced will turn into discernment. The pain you carried will turn into compassion. The tears you cried will become the water for your harvest. Nothing is wasted. Not a single drop of your suffering has been overlooked. Heaven has collected every tear, recorded every groan, and is now weaving them into a story that will bless generations. Chosen one, brokenness has never been the end for you. It has always been the beginning. Soon, you will look at yourself and see a strength you never imagined. You will wonder, is this really me? And heaven will answer, yes, this is who I made you to be all along. Allah, chosen one. Courage is now being demanded of you. The fears that once caged you cannot be allowed to reign in this new season. Fear has stolen enough of your time, enough of your sleep, enough of your dreams. But today, courage is calling your name. It is not the absence of fear, it is the decision to move anyway. The very places where you once froze, heaven is now commanding you to move boldly. You've been held back by hesitation, replaying what-ifs in your mind. What if I fail? What if they laugh at me? What if I'm not enough? But listen closely. Heaven has already written the answer to every doubt. Fear is not your portion. Boldness is. Weakness is not your inheritance. Strength is. Every chain that fear wrapped around you is breaking right now because you cannot fulfill your calling while hiding in shadows. The apostle reminds us in his letter to the Corinthians, second letter, chapter 12, verse 9. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Do you hear that? It is not about you being fearless, it is about you stepping forward, even with trembling hands, knowing that his power shines brightest where you feel the weakest. Chosen one. Your courage is not just for you, it is for the ones who will look at your life and find hope. Every time you step forward, someone else gains strength to do the same. Every time you speak when you wanted to stay silent, someone else finds their voice. Every time you move in faith, someone else sees that it is possible to walk in obedience. Courage is contagious. That is why hell tried so hard to silence you, because it knows your bravery will awaken multitudes. Think back to the moments where you almost gave up, but didn't. Think of the storms you walked through. Do you realize how much strength it took just to survive? That same strength will now become the courage to build, to step into new territory, to do the things you once thought impossible. Fear may knock on your door, but it no longer has the keys. This is why your transformation will be unrecognizable even to yourself. The one who once trembled will roar. The one who once ran from battles will now charge into them with divine authority. The one who once whispered prayers of desperation will now declare words that shake atmospheres. Courage will cover you like a mantle, and people will wonder, who is this? Is this really the same person? Yes, it is you, but it is the fearless version heaven always saw. And now I will ask you to declare it openly, because declaration break chains. In the comments, type, I choose courage. Do not take this lightly. When you write it, you are not typing empty words. You are signing a covenant with your destiny. You are announcing to heaven and to every force of darkness that fear no longer rules your decisions. You are planting a prophetic flag in the ground, saying, here I stand, and I will not retreat. N. Chosen one. This is the day your courage awakens. The timid you is gone. The hiding you is gone. The one paralyzed by fear is gone. In its place stands someone unshakable, unstoppable, crowned with boldness, ready to walk where others dare not go. And when you look back, even you won't recognize who you've become. Chosen one. The masks are falling. For so long you have worn identities that were never truly yours, labels given by family, society, or even your own wounded heart. People saw fragments of you and decided who you were. Some said you were too weak. Others claimed you were too strange. Some diminished your worth, while others inflated expectations you could never meet. Yet through it all, your true identity has been quietly waiting beneath the surface, untouched by the voices of men. There is a holy stripping taking place. The false layers, the borrowed names, the heavy costumes, they cannot follow you into your destiny. To step forward, you must be bare before heaven, clothed only in the truth of who God says you are. This is why you feel the discontent inside. This is why the words of others no longer settle in your spirit. You are shedding the skin of falsehood and rising into your authentic design. The prophet Elijah once stood on Mount Carmel, confronting the false prophets and demanding a choice between truth and deception. In the same way, heaven now stands before you asking, will you keep living in borrowed labels? Or will you embrace the unshakable identity I have spoken over you? This is the tension of your present moment. It is not just about rejecting lies, it is about embracing the divine name written on you since before birth. According to what is revealed in the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 25, fear of man will prove to be a snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord is kept safe. Chosen one. Understand this clearly. No human definition can bind you when God has already spoken a higher truth. The world called David a shepherd boy, but God called him a king. The world called Gideon the least of his tribe, but God called him a mighty warrior. The world dismissed Esther as an orphan girl, but God raised her as a queen who would save a nation. And now, the world may have misnamed you, but heaven is correcting every title, every false identity. This unmasking will not always feel comfortable. People who benefited from your silence may resist your voice. Those who preferred you weak may be unsettled by your strength. Some relationships may grow distant because they only knew the version of you that wore the mask. But take courage. What is leaving is not loss, it is pruning. What remains will be authentic. And authenticity always carries more power than pretense. As you step forward without masks, you will begin to recognize yourself for the first time, not the version built from survival, but the version crafted from divine intention. You will see the strength of your resilience, the fire in your voice, the compassion in your scars. You will understand that everything false was only temporary scaffolding. And now the true temple is revealed. Chosen one. Heaven has waited for this unveiling. The moment when you finally refuse to live by others' scripts. The moment when you look in the mirror and see not what they called you, but what He created you to be. That revelation is liberation. That unveiling is power. And that is why, in the days ahead, even you will look at yourself and whisper, "Who have I become?" And heaven will answer, "Finally, you are becoming who you always were." No, chosen one. Do you feel it rising within you? A voice that once trembled now begins to carry weight, a confidence not born of pride, but of heaven's authority, is awakening in you. You are not speaking mere words anymore. You are releasing decrees. There is an anointing on your tongue that shifts atmospheres. What once sounded like whispers of survival are now becoming proclamations of destiny. The anointing of authority is not about volume. It is not about proving yourself. It is the quiet certainty that when you speak, the heavens respond. The earth takes notice. Even the unseen realm is forced to obey. For too long, you have been silenced. Convinced, your voice didn't matter. But God is unveiling the truth. Your voice carries the resonance of heaven itself. It was proclaimed in the second letter to Timothy, chapter 1, verse 7. For the Spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but gives us power, love, and self-discipline. Chosen one. Authority is not arrogance. Authority is obedience. It is standing firm when everything around you shakes, because you know whose name you carry. Authority is when you look at storms and tell them to be still, not because you are strong, but because the one who lives in you is greater than any chaos. Authority is when you speak truth, even if your voice shakes, because heaven has confirmed your words. This new mantle of authority will change the way you move through life. You will not second-guess every step, because heaven's voice within you will silence the noise of doubt. You will not apologize for shining, because you now understand your light is an assignment, not an accident. You will walk into rooms and shift atmospheres without needing to announce yourself. Authority doesn't need permission, it simply exists. And this authority is not for you alone. It is for every soul you will impact. People will feel safe around you because they sense heaven's weight on your words. They will listen differently, because your voice will carry answers they have been praying for. Even those who once overlooked you will not be able to deny the shift they will have to admit. Something has changed. Chosen one. If this word is igniting something in you, I want to ask you to take a step that may seem simple, but it carries power. Share this message, not just as content, but as a seed into someone else's life. Someone you know is on the edge of giving up, and your simple act of sharing could be the confirmation they need to keep going. Like this message, if it resonates, not for numbers, but as your declaration, I receive this authority. When you press that button, let it be a symbolic act that you are no longer timid, no longer silenced, but stepping into the voice heaven gave you. And subscribe if you haven't already, not because of obligation, but because you want to stay aligned with a flow of truth that keeps your spirit strong in days of shaking. Chosen one. This is your mantle of authority. It is yours now. Walk in it. Speak from it. And let the world witness the unrecognizable version of you that heaven has been shaping all along. Chosen one. When heaven begins to elevate you, the first thing it will do is strip away the comforts that kept you bound. This is why everything familiar seems to be breaking apart. The places you once found safety no longer satisfy. The people you leaned on may no longer be available. The routines that gave you a sense of control now feel empty. It is not punishment, it is divine pruning. You see, comfort can be the most dangerous prison. It lulls you into staying small, into delaying the inevitable call of greatness on your life. And so, God shakes the very foundations of what you thought was stable, forcing you to lean not on what is familiar, but on what is eternal. This is why doors have closed. This is why situations shifted. It was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to free you. Heaven speaks clearly through the words in Deuteronomy, chapter 31, verse 6, Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. For the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Chosen one. Your flesh may crave the easy road, but your spirit knows better. You cannot step into destiny while holding on to everything that once kept you safe but small. Think about it. Caterpillars do not carry their cocoons into the sky. Seeds do not cling to the soil after they sprout. You, too, must release what is familiar in order to rise into what is greater. This process will test you. At times, you will ask, why does it feel like I'm losing everything? But heaven answers, because you are being positioned for everything. You are not losing, you are transitioning. The shell must break so the life inside can emerge. The comfort must crumble, so courage can rise. Soon, you will look back and realize the things you once clung to were too small for the version of you that is being born. You will thank heaven for the doors that closed, for the people who walked away, for the jobs that ended, for the opportunities that seemed to slip through your fingers. because each ending was actually a redirection into something far greater. Chosen one. The unfamiliar path is not your enemy, it is your invitation. You may not recognize the terrain, but heaven walks with you. And if God is walking with you, what reason do you have to fear? Step forward. Release the old. Trust the hand that holds your future. Now, as a prophetic act, I want you to declare your agreement in the comments. Type the number 888. 8 is the number of new beginnings. And when you write it, you are announcing to heaven that you are ready to release the old season and step boldly into the new one. Do not underestimate this act. It is a spiritual signature. By typing 888, you are declaring, I choose to let go. I choose to trust the new. I choose to rise. Chosen one. Heaven smiles when you surrender. What you are stepping into cannot be built on old foundations. Let it go, for something greater is coming. Chosen one. There comes a moment when the mirror no longer lies. You look into your own reflection, and for the first time, you truly see yourself, not the version that others described, not the one shaped by your failures, not the one limited by fear. You begin to see the reflection of heaven staring back at you. This is the mirror of truth, and it will not let you hide any longer. All your life, you have been told stories about who you are, voices of family, culture, society. Even enemies have tried to paint their image over you. Some called you too broken to be used. Some labeled you unworthy of love. Others pushed you into roles that had nothing to do with your divine design. But in this season, the mirror is being cleared. The fog of lies is lifting, and you are beholding your true self. The Word of God declares in the book of Psalms, chapter 139, verse 14, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. The mirror of truth is not always easy to face. At first, it may reveal the wounds you ignored, the compromises you excused, the habits you used to survive. But it does not stop there. Once those things come to light, heaven washes them away and shows you the masterpiece underneath. What others dismissed as ordinary, God reveals as extraordinary. Chosen one, do not turn away from this mirror. For too long, you have run from yourself, busying your hands so you wouldn't have to confront your heart. But heaven is saying, look, see what I made. See what I have called. See who you really are. The truth is not meant to shame you. It is meant to liberate you. It frees you from false identities, from generational lies, from every shadow that told you to stay small. When you embrace the reflection, heaven shows you. Something shifts. Your posture changes. Your voice deepens. Your eyes sharpen. You no longer bow under the weight of others' opinions, because you know the truth that cannot be shaken. This is why the enemy worked so hard to distort your vision, because if you ever saw yourself clearly, you would become unstoppable. And now it is happening. You are rising into recognition of your own worth. You are understanding that your scars are not shameful, they are proof of your survival and strength. You are realizing that the fire that almost consumed you has left a glow in your spirit that nothing can extinguish. You are beginning to see yourself as heaven has always seen you, chosen, anointed, radiant with divine light. Soon, you will not even recognize the face in the mirror. The timid gaze will be replaced by eyes that burn with purpose. The slouched shoulders of defeat will stand tall with confidence. The silence of insecurity will give way to a voice that speaks truth without hesitation. This is the transformation the mirror of truth brings. Chosen one. Embrace it. Do not hide from the reflection anymore. See yourself as you were always meant to be seen. Because the moment you do, you will walk in a power that cannot be denied. And when the world looks at you, they too will see the reflection of heaven shining through your life. Chosen one. Something radical is happening inside you. What used to matter so much now feels strangely unimportant. The goals you once chased, the approval you once craved, the possessions you thought defined success, they no longer carry the same weight. Heaven is rearranging your priorities, and you cannot deny it. This is the work of divine reordering. You feel it when conversations that once entertained you now sound empty. You feel it when environments that used to excite you now drain your spirit. You feel it when what once satisfied your flesh now leaves you hungry for something deeper. Do not fight this shift. It is not confusion, it is clarity. It is heaven showing you what truly matters and what was only distraction. We find in the book of Philippians, chapter 3, verse 8, "What is more? I consider everything a loss because of the surpassing worth of knowing Christ Jesus my Lord, for whose sake I have lost all things. I consider them garbage, that I may gain Christ." This reordering is not gentle. It shakes you. It disrupts you. It challenges you. You may look at your life and wonder why certain desires have died. Why passions you once pursued with all your energy suddenly feel meaningless. It is because God is uprooting everything that cannot bear eternal fruit. What is being removed is temporary. What is being birthed is unshakable. At first, this shift may feel like loss. Friends may misunderstand you, accusing you of changing too much. Family may not comprehend why you no longer value what they value. Even your own heart may grieve for a time, missing what once felt comfortable. But chosen one, grieve only for a moment, because when you rise from that grief, you will find yourself standing in alignment with heaven's order. You are discovering that peace matters more than possessions. Obedience matters more than opinions. Purpose matters more than popularity. These are not just words. They are the compass by which you will now live. The decisions you make will no longer be dictated by fear or ambition, but by truth. And this shift will protect you from countless snares, because you will no longer waste your life chasing what was never meant to fulfill you. Chosen one. Heaven is simplifying your path. It is cutting away excess so you can move swiftly. Imagine a runner removing weights from their body before the race begins. That is what is happening to you now. Every unnecessary burden is falling away so you can run without hindrance. What you carry from this day forward will be intentional, purposeful, eternal. This radical reordering will also bring clarity to your relationships. Those who were only in your life for convenience will drift. Those who cannot handle your focus will fade. But those aligned with your destiny will emerge, strong and steady. Walking beside you, you will not need to force it. Heaven is aligning your circle with your calling, and as this process deepens, you will feel a freedom you have never known. No longer enslaved to other people's timelines, no longer enslaved to cultural pressures, no longer enslaved to the pursuit of things that vanish like smoke. You will breathe differently, walk differently, think differently. And yes, even you will not recognize yourself. Because the person you are becoming is guided by a compass that points only to eternity. Chosen one. This reordering is not just for a season, it is permanent. It is heaven building an unshakable foundation within you. And when the storms come, you will not fall, because your life will no longer rest on sand, but on the eternal rock. Chosen one. The fiercest battles you face are not the ones happening around you, they are the ones happening within. Outward storms can rage. People can oppose you. Circumstances can press against you. But the greatest warfare always begins in the mind and spirit. This is why you have felt the heaviness inside. The conflict between who you were and who you are becoming. Heaven is awakening you to recognize that this inner war is not a sign of failure, it is proof of transformation. You have been pulled between two voices, one calling you to retreat into old patterns, another urging you to rise into new strength. At times, the whispers of doubt and fear have been so loud, you wondered if you could ever silence them. But listen closely, the battle inside you is the battlefield where heaven is proving your resilience. The Apostle Paul once wrote about this struggle, describing the tension between flesh and spirit. And yet, he declared victory through Christ. Because what seemed impossible for man was already conquered by God. You are walking in that same truth. The very war inside you is revealing the depth of heaven's power at work in your weakness. As the prophet wrote in the scroll of Habakkuk, chapter 3, verse 19, "The sovereign Lord is my strength. He makes my feet like the feet of a deer. He enables me to tread on the heights." Chosen one. Understand this. Warfare inside you does not disqualify you. It equips you. Every time you choose faith over fear, you gain ground. Every time you silence lies with truth, your spirit grows sharper. Every time you refuse to quit when exhaustion whispers, you prove that heaven's power is greater than your weakness. This is how warriors are forged, not in ease, but in conflict. The enemy wants you to believe that the presence of struggle means you are weak. But the truth is the opposite. The very fact you are in this battle means you are dangerous to the kingdom of darkness. If you were insignificant, you would not face such resistance. The warfare inside you is a prophecy of the impact your life will have. Yes, some days the weight feels unbearable. Some nights the thoughts feel relentless. But even then, heaven has not abandoned you. Angels surround you, even when you cannot feel them. The Spirit intercedes with groans too deep for words, when your own prayers run dry. You are not fighting alone. Every blow against you is absorbed by the shield of God's grace, even when you cannot see it. Chosen one. This battle will not last forever. There will come a moment when you realize that what once shook you no longer moves you. The voices that once tormented you will lose their power. The storms inside will give way to peace. You will step into a strength that surprises even yourself. And you will know it was all worth it. Now, as a prophetic declaration, I ask you to write in the comments, "I am strong." Do not take these words lightly. When you type them, you are aligning your mouth with heaven's decree. You are reminding yourself and every opposing force that your inner war is not your end, it is your training ground. Declare it boldly. For every warrior must first confess their strength before they wield it. Chosen one. This warfare inside you is birthing victory. Soon, you will walk with such peace and authority that even you will marvel at the transformation. And when you do, You will understand the battle was never meant to break you, only to reveal the conqueror within you. Chosen one. Heaven knows how much you have asked for confirmation. There were nights you whispered into the silence, God, if you are really with me, show me. There were days you begged for a sign, desperate to know if the pain, the waiting, the process had a purpose. And now, the signs are beginning to appear. Simple first, then undeniable. You are walking in a season where synchronicities, prophetic nudges, and divine alignments will testify that heaven has been guiding you all along. It may come in the form of a word spoken at just the right moment, a door opening that seemed forever locked, a stranger's encouragement echoing the very prayer you cried the night before. These are not coincidences. They are divine breadcrumbs, carefully placed to lead you into the fullness of your destiny. Pay attention. Heaven is speaking louder than ever. The Apostle reminds us in his letter to the Romans, chapter 8, verse 14, For those who are led by the Spirit of God are the children of God. Chosen one. There is a peace that comes when you finally recognize the signs for what they are. No longer will you doubt whether you are seen. No longer will you wonder if your prayers vanish into empty air. The alignment of heaven will show you. You are not forgotten. And your path is not random. Every step has been ordered, even the painful ones. Think of how many times you almost gave up, yet someone, somehow pulled you back from the edge. That was not chance. That was heaven's hand. Think of the closed doors you cried over, only to later realize they protected you from disaster. That was not rejection. That was divine redirection. Every sign has been pointing you here, to this exact moment. As you grow sensitive to these confirmations, your faith will rise. You will stop questioning whether you hear God's voice and begin trusting it. You will move with confidence. Knowing heaven will confirm each step, and even in the midst of uncertainty, you will carry peace, because the signs around you will remind you you are on the right path. Chosen one. I want you to treasure these confirmations. Write them down, speak them out, share them with others, because your testimony may be the sign someone else has been praying for. What you carry is not just for you, it is a beacon for others stumbling in the dark. And if this word is resonating with you right now, I ask you to act in alignment with it. Like this message, not for vanity, but as your declaration, I see the signs. Share it with someone who is desperate for confirmation, someone whose faith is hanging by a thread. You may be the very sign they asked heaven to send. And subscribe, not out of routine, but so you remain connected to a flow of words that will continue to confirm, strengthen, and guide you in this season of transformation. Chosen one. Pay attention to the signs, for they are not random. They are heaven's love letters written into your journey. Soon, the confirmations will become so clear, so undeniable, that even you will look in awe and say, surely, God has been with me every step of the way. And that realization will strengthen you to walk boldly into the next chapter, unshakable and unstoppable. Chosen one. Something long buried within you is beginning to stir. Gifts that you once ignored, suppressed, or thought were too small to matter, are now demanding to be awakened. Heaven is breathing life into abilities you thought had died. The skills, the passions, the insights that seemed forgotten are being ignited like fire in your bones. This is not coincidence, it is timing. Your gifts are waking up because the world now needs what you carry. For years, you questioned your value. You wondered if what was inside you mattered. Others dismissed your abilities, or perhaps they used them without honoring you. That pain caused you to bury what was precious, hiding it beneath fear and self-doubt. But chosen one, heaven never forgot what it placed within you. The gifts of God are not temporary, they are eternal. It was written in the first letter to Peter, chapter 4, verse 10. Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others. As faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms, do not underestimate what you carry. Your gift may not look like someone else's, but it is exactly what is needed in the places you will be sent. Some gifts shine on stages. Others work quietly in the background. Some speak with words. Others speak through actions. Some heal with hands. Others heal with presence. Do not compare your flame to another's. Every fire has its purpose, and yours is now being set ablaze. Chosen one, when your gifts awaken, they will not just bless others, they will transform you. You will feel alive in ways you never have before. You will find strength rising in areas where you once felt weak. You will discover joy that flows not from circumstances, but from knowing you are walking in your true design. The enemy worked hard to keep your gifts buried because he knew the moment you embraced them, you would become unstoppable. There will be stretching in this season. As your gifts grow, heaven will place you in situations that require you to use them. Do not shy away. When opportunities come, step forward. When you are asked to pour out, give freely. The more you use your gifts, the sharper they will become. The more you release them, the more heaven will multiply them. And know this, your gifts are not just about talent. They carry anointing. That is why they will break chains where skill alone cannot. Your song may heal hearts. Your words may shatter lies. Your hands may build what generations will depend on. Your presence alone may calm storms. This is not human ability, it is divine empowerment. Chosen one, you are a steward, not an owner. What you carry belongs to heaven, and you are entrusted with it to serve. That means you do not need to force your gift into the wrong places. You simply need to be faithful, and heaven will open the right doors at the right time. You do not need to prove your worth. The fruit of your gift will speak louder than any argument. Soon, others will begin to notice. They will see what is shining through you and wonder how they missed it before. But you will know the truth. It was always there, waiting for heaven's appointed moment. And as your gifts ignite, you will walk into influence and impact that even you will struggle to recognize. Chosen one, the fire inside you is no longer dormant. It is burning, unstoppable, undeniable. And when it is fully released, even you will look at yourself and whisper, I never knew I carried this much. Chosen one, your journey has often felt lonely. You have walked paths few could understand, carrying burdens that seemed invisible to others. You have sat in rooms surrounded by people yet felt completely unseen. But heaven has not designed you to walk alone forever. There is a holy alignment taking place. Covenant-level relationships are being woven into your life. These are not casual connections. They are divinely orchestrated alliances that will accelerate you into destiny. Some people in your past were seasonal. They came to teach you, to test you, or simply to walk with you for a while, but they could not go the full distance. And their absence, though painful, created space for the right ones to enter. Covenant relationships are different. They are not built on convenience, but on calling. They do not drain you, they sharpen you. They do not compete with you, they complete the assignments heaven has joined you for. The Apostle Paul wrote often of the power of such relationships. Timothy strengthened him. Barnabas encouraged him. Priscilla and Aquila worked alongside him. None of them were accidents. They were assignments. And you, too, are stepping into a season where heaven is sending the right voices, the right hands, the right hearts to walk beside you. The Word of God declares in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 9, 2 are better than one, because they have a good return for their labor. Chosen one. These covenant connections will challenge you as much as they support you. They will not allow you to remain small. They will call out the greatness in you when you try to hide it. They will remind you of your assignment when you feel like quitting. They will celebrate your victories without jealousy and cover your weaknesses without judgment. This is the beauty of relationships rooted in covenant, not convenience. And understand this, clearly covenant connections are not always many. Often they are few, but they carry more weight than crowds. One true ally can be worth more than 1,000 acquaintances. One divine partnership can accomplish in a year what you could not do in a decade alone. That is why heaven is pruning your circle now, removing distractions so you can recognize the ones who are truly for you. Chosen one. Do not be surprised if these relationships appear suddenly, almost out of nowhere. Some may feel like you have known them forever. Even if you just met, that is the mark of covenant, the recognition of souls assigned to run together. Others may be restored from your past, now returning with fresh purpose. Trust the timing. Heaven is orchestrating every connection. This season will teach you the power of we, no longer striving alone, no longer carrying the burden by yourself. You will discover the joy of building with others, the strength of praying with others, the courage that comes when hands join together in unity, and through it all, you will marvel at how perfectly heaven provides what you need at the exact time you need it. Now, as a prophetic act, I invite you to declare your readiness for these alignments. Comment the number 444 below. 4 is the number of stability, and by writing it, you are declaring, I welcome covenant foundations. I choose divine alliances. I open my life to God-ordained relationships. Let this be more than a number. It is your agreement with heaven's arrangement. Chosen one. You will not walk alone anymore. Heaven is sending those who will run with you, fight with you, and build with you. And when you see them by your side, even you will realize you are stepping into a future brighter than you ever imagined. Chosen one. There are trials that do not come to destroy you, but to baptize you. They immerse you in fire, in pressure, in uncertainty. And yet when you emerge, you are no longer the same. You have been through seasons where you felt pressed on every side, stripped of comfort, stretched beyond what you thought you could bear. Those seasons were not evidence of abandonment, they were proof that heaven was refining you for a greater purpose. Trials reveal what ease conceals. In the quiet, untested seasons, you may not fully see your own strength, your own faith, your own resilience. But when the storms rage, when the nights grow long, When you stand face to face with despair and yet do not collapse, that is when you discover who you really are. And more importantly, that is when the world discovers the power of the God who sustains you. The Apostle James wrote words that echo into your journey today. We find in the book of James, chapter 1, verses 2 and 3. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Chosen one, do you see it? The very fires that threaten to consume you have baptized you in boldness. The very storms that terrified you have baptized you in unshakable faith. The losses that broke your heart have baptized you in compassion that cannot be taught in comfort. You carry thunder in your voice now, not because life was easy, but because you have walked through hell and kept your crown. These baptizing trials are the reason your words will carry weight. When you speak of survival, it is not theory, it is testimony. When you encourage others to endure, it is not empty optimism, it is lived reality. When you declare that God is faithful, it is because you have seen His hand in the fire and heard His whisper in the storm. Chosen one, do not despise these seasons. They are the sacred classrooms of heaven. You were taught patience when every door seemed locked. You were taught endurance when your strength was gone. You were taught faith when nothing around you made sense. And now, you are emerging with wisdom that cannot be bought, only birthed through trial. This is why your transformation will be so unrecognizable. People who saw you in your weakness will not believe the strength you now carry. Those who pitied you in your pain will stand in awe of your authority. Even you will look in the mirror and wonder how you endured what once seemed impossible. And the answer will be clear: you were baptized in fire so that you could shine like gold. Soon, others will come to you in their own trials. They will seek answers, searching for someone who understands. And you will not simply offer words, you will offer presence, wisdom, and power forged in the heat of your own refining. Your trials were never just for you. They were for every soul you will touch, every heart you will strengthen, every generation you will impact. Chosen one, your trials have baptized you, not to drown you, but to raise you, not to silence you, but to give your voice thunder, not to weaken you, but to make you a living testimony of what heaven can do with a life that refuses to quit. Chosen one, there are moments in life when loss feels like the end. You have buried dreams, relationships, opportunities, and parts of yourself that you thought would last forever. The grief has been real. The weight of absence has pressed against your chest until it felt hard to breathe. Yet, hear this: heaven has given you authority even over loss. What was taken is not the end of your story. What was broken does not define your future. You are stepping into a season of reclamation, not through bitterness, but through divine power. Loss has a way of stripping illusions. It teaches you what truly matters. It shows you that the things of this world are fragile, and that your true treasure can only be rooted in eternity. Though the pain was sharp, loss also revealed resilience you did not know you carried. You stood when others expected you to fall. You breathed when your own soul told you it was impossible. That resilience is a gift, and now heaven will use it to restore what seemed gone forever. We are reminded through the writings of David in the Psalms. Chapter 30, verse 5. Weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning. Chosen one, you must know this truth. Not all loss was truly loss. Some of what you grieved was actually release. People who walked away were not equipped to carry you into the next chapter. Opportunities that crumbled were not built on foundations strong enough to hold your destiny. What slipped from your hands often saved you from chains you could not yet see. What looked like subtraction was heaven's way of clearing the way for multiplication. Now, you stand at a threshold. You carry the scars of loss. But you also carry authority. You know how it feels to break. So you carry compassion for the broken. You know how it feels to lack. So you walk with humility, even in abundance. You know how it feels to grieve. So you can comfort others with an authenticity they can feel. This authority is not shallow, it is carved into your very soul. Chosen one. Heaven is giving you power to reclaim, not always in the form of what was taken, but in something far greater. The love you thought was lost will return as deeper, truer relationships. The opportunities you mourned will be replaced with doors far wider than you dreamed. The joy you thought was gone forever will rise again, purer and stronger. Restoration does not always look like replacement. Often, it looks like transformation. And here is the wonder. Even the losses themselves will serve you. They will no longer feel like weights chained to your past, but like stones that built your foundation. You will walk with your head high, not in denial of what you endured, but in triumph because you overcame. Others will look at you and say, "How did they rise after that?" And you will know it was not your strength, but the God who gave you authority over loss. Chosen one. Weeping may last for a night, but the morning is breaking, and when it fully dawns, you will walk into restoration so complete that even you will marvel at the strength, joy, and authority that have risen from the ashes of what you once lost. Chosen one. The time of hiddenness is ending. For years, you have been prepared in silence. You have been forged in obscurity, trained where no eyes could see. Heaven often hides its treasures until they are ready. And you have been one of those hidden ones, but now the season of unveiling is here. The world will begin to notice what heaven has already crowned. You are stepping into visibility, not for pride, but for purpose. At first, this unveiling may feel overwhelming. You were used to being overlooked, dismissed, or underestimated. But suddenly, the same people who ignored you will begin to see you. The same voices that silenced you will now listen. The very spaces that once rejected you will invite you in, and it will not be because of your striving, it will be because of heaven's timing. The prophet Isaiah declared in his scroll, chapter 60, verse 1, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you." Chosen one. You will soon see evidence of this unveiling in your life. Opportunities will appear that you did not chase. People will honor what they once overlooked. Influence will increase, not because you sought it, but because heaven has placed it on you. This is what happens when the light of God reveals what has been cultivated in secret. But hear this warning. Unveiling is not about popularity. It is about responsibility. You are being revealed so that others may find hope through your story, strength through your testimony, and direction through your obedience. This is why the season of hiding was so long, because heaven was making sure your foundation could carry the weight of visibility. Chosen one. When the unveiling happens, Do not shrink back into false humility. Shine boldly. Because your light is not selfish, it is salvation for someone else. At the same time, do not let pride deceive you. Stay rooted in the truth that everything you carry is grace. Walk confidently, but remain surrendered. Speak loudly, but keep listening. Stand tall, but stay kneeling before heaven. The unveiling will bring mixed reactions. Some will celebrate you, others will envy you. Some will honor your rise, others will question it. Do not be distracted. The same God who hid you is the one who now reveals you, and only his opinion matters. Keep your eyes fixed on him, and you will not stumble. Chosen one, if this word resonates in your spirit, I want you to make a bold declaration. Like this message as your agreement. I will rise. Share it with someone else who is stepping into their own season of unveiling, because your obedience may unlock courage in them. Comment below, because your testimony matters when you write. You are not only affirming your own journey, but also inspiring others who are afraid to step into the light. And subscribe, not as a ritual, but to stay connected with a stream of prophetic encouragement that will keep your spirit strong in days of great revealing. This unveiling is not temporary. It is not a passing moment. It is a new chapter where heaven displays you as evidence of divine glory. And though you will shine brightly, even you will marvel at the reflection staring back at you, whispering, "Is this really me?" Yes, it is. It is the chosen one, unveiled for such a time as this. Chosen one. With every new level of power comes an even greater weight of responsibility. You prayed for influence, for breakthrough, for authority. And now that it is unfolding, heaven requires you to steward it wisely. This is the sacred exchange. God elevates you, but in return, he expects you to walk in maturity, integrity, and humility. Influence is not a crown to wear lightly. It is a mantle you must carry with reverence. When you were hidden, your choices only affected you. But now, your steps echo further. Your words shape atmospheres. Your actions influence hearts. Heaven has entrusted you with power, not so that you may dominate, but so that you may serve. And stewardship is the measure that will determine how far your authority extends. The Apostle Paul wrote of this in his letter to the Corinthians. The Apostle reminds us in his letter, 1 Corinthians, chapter 4, verse 2. Now it is required that those who have been given a trust must prove faithful. Chosen one. Stewardship means protecting what is holy. It means guarding your heart against pride. For pride is always the thief of destiny. It means resisting compromise. For compromise can dismantle in a moment what took years to build. It means remembering that your authority is not your own, but a reflection of the one who chose you. When you live with this perspective, you walk with power that does not corrupt, but purifies. This is why the process you endured was so intense. Heaven was not only preparing you for elevation, but also building character strong enough to carry it. Every loss, every delay, every test was designed to strip away immaturity, selfishness, and fear, so that when influence came, you would not be destroyed by it. Others may rise quickly and fall just as fast, but you will endure because your foundation has been refined. Chosen one. You are stepping into a season where your decisions will matter more than ever. You will be tempted to misuse your authority, to prove your worth, or to fight battles that do not belong to you. Resist these traps. True authority does not need to boast. True power is not about proving anything, it is about serving faithfully and obeying the one who sent you. You must also remember that stewardship is not about perfection, but about surrender. You will make mistakes. You will feel moments of weakness. But as long as your heart remains yielded, heaven will cover you with grace. The danger is not in stumbling, it is in refusing to learn, refusing to grow, refusing to return to the source of your strength. Stay surrender, and your influence will only deepen. Chosen one. The world is in desperate need of leaders who will steward power with purity. Too many have used authority for self-glory. Too many have turned influence into manipulation. But you are called to be different. You are called to walk with a fear of God that keeps you humble and a fire of God that keeps you bold. This balance will set you apart, and it will preserve the anointing on your life. And know this, stewardship is not a burden, it is an honor. It is heaven's way of saying, I trust you with my treasures. When you treat your calling with reverence, when you care for the people assigned to you, when you walk in integrity, even when no one is watching, you prove yourself faithful, and in return, heaven entrusts you with even more. Soon, you will look around and realize that the weight you carry is great, but so is the grace to sustain it. You will not crumble beneath the responsibility, because the one who gave you the mantle will also empower you to bear it. And as you steward this power well, you will become a light not only of influence, but of example, a living testimony that authority, when surrendered to God, can transform nations, families, and generations. Chosen one. This is the moment heaven has been preparing you for. Every battle, every tear, every delay has led you here to the crowning and the commissioning. You are not just surviving anymore. You are being marked, crowned, and released into a purpose that will reshape generations. The crown you carry is not made of gold or jewels, but of glory, endurance, and obedience. It is the evidence that you stood when you could have fallen, that you believed when you could have doubted, that you obeyed when it would have been easier to rebel. This crown is not merely for display, it is for commission. Crowns in heaven's kingdom are not ornaments but assignments. They are the visible sign that you are ready to carry out what you were born for. The crown declares, this one belongs to God. This one has been tested and found faithful. This one is ready. And now, heaven is sending you forth to walk in that authority. The Apostle Paul, writing near the end of his journey, declared words that now echo over your life. It was proclaimed in the second letter to Timothy, chapter 4, verse 7 and 8. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. Now there is in store for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award to me on that day. Chosen one. This commissioning is bigger than you. It is not only about your healing, your breakthrough, your joy. It is about every person who will encounter you and find hope. It is about every chain that will be broken through your testimony. It is about every generation that will rise stronger because you chose to be faithful. When heaven crowns you, it does so with a vision that stretches beyond your lifetime. Do not underestimate what is happening now. You are being positioned as a torchbearer. Where others faltered, you will stand. Where others compromised, you will remain steadfast. Where others gave up, you will keep pressing forward. Your crown is proof that you are a carrier of light in a world desperate for truth. And your commission is to release that light wherever darkness tries to reign. Chosen one, you may still feel unworthy. You may still question, why me? But understand, this heaven does not crown perfection. Heaven crowns obedience. And though you stumbled, you rose again. Though you doubted, you chose faith. Though you wept, you kept walking. That is why you are chosen. And that is why you are now commissioned. Your future will not look like your past. You will carry yourself differently. Speak differently. Walk differently. The authority of heaven will rest on you in ways even you cannot explain. And as you step forward with your crown, you will find yourself fulfilling assignments you once thought impossible. The unrecognizable version of you is no longer a vision, it is your reality. Chosen one, wear your crown with humility and strength. Carry your commission with reverence and fire. And know that this is not the end of your story. It is only the beginning of a legacy that will ripple through time. Chosen one, you have walked with me through every chapter of this journey. And now you stand crowned, commissioned, and ready. Do not underestimate what has been spoken over your life. These words were not just sentences on a page, they were seeds planted into your spirit. Seeds of courage, of truth, of transformation. And those seeds will grow. You will not walk away the same. You cannot. Heaven has already marked you. And your steps will never again be ordinary. Everything you endured was for this moment. Every battle, every tear, every silence was shaping you into someone even you barely recognize. But look now, you are radiant with divine purpose. You are clothed in resilience. You are crowned with glory. The future ahead of you is not dim, but blazing with light. Because heaven walks with you, chosen one. This is not the end, it is the beginning. You are stepping into a new season. One filled with purpose that will outlive you, with influence that will bless countless souls, with authority that will shake darkness itself. Do not hold back now. Step forward boldly, for the world is waiting to encounter the light you carry. If this word has pierced your heart, if you feel the fire burning within, I invite you to take action. Like this message, not for numbers, but as your declaration, I receive this crown. Share it with someone who needs hope. Because you never know whose life you may rescue with a single click. Comment below and let your voice be heard. Because your words may be the confirmation another soul is crying for. And subscribe, not out of routine, but because your journey as a chosen one has only just begun, and you were never meant to walk it alone. Chosen one. Breathe now. The world will see you. Heaven will back you. And nothing, absolutely nothing, will ever stop you again.